I love that statement because I think it's a little bit less about the emotions and more about how are we going to plan for that action? How are we going to think equal and make sure that we're putting that at the very base and core level of all the other action that's gonna kind of radiate and trickle out from there.
I show people what I can achieve just working hard, and they will see like, yeah, you don't have any stereotype in yourself.
First thing I would ask is why do you think that versus trying to debate them? And that way you can then hear reasoning and then have a healthy conversation to eventually meet in the middle on that.
We have to work together to achieve equality with respect, with, as I told you, with not judgment.
I think it's, working alongside one another rather than necessarily always just kind of having necessarily that, how do I reach a corporate ladder? How do I climb to eventually get more women leadership at the top? We also need men who are in those leadership positions to be supportive of women and help bring people up and recognize in certain rooms if there are no female board members, how are we going to ensure that there's a voice at the table? We've already kind of come as far as allowing anybody to choose the courses that they want to choose versus way back when it was, girls are going to do homework and boys are going to take shop class. But to really instill that idea of equality comes down to educating on the fundamentals, on making sure every single voice, whether it's gender related, race related, or anything, every voice is heard and has a seat at the table. And I think we're already making tremendous progress in that.
I tell myself, you're beautiful, you are amazing, you can work hard, and no one needs to tell you that. You can tell you to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what self-love is about.
For sure.
Is to take a step back, step away from technology, and just do some internal reflection and appreciate your own accomplishments and how much has actually been done rather than how much further you have to go. I surround myself with badass women and women who I know want to make that change and have no shame in speaking up and debating somebody if there's a cause that they believe in, even if they know they might get called a bitch at the end of the day because of it. And they're okay with that because they know what they're doing in the long run is going to create that change. And when you surround yourself with women who do that, and other whether it's men or women, anybody who is standing up for what they believe in, then it just all kind of lifts together as a group.
It's funny because people believe that they own your life. When you become these titles, they think like, you should use this dress, you should cut your hair, you should turn your... When I use this purple, they were like, you are not like that. Oh, you know who I am. It's funny, but it's everything about perspective. Like, you can't take that serious because that's digital. When you start in real life, is another thing. And sometimes we involve too much in social media that we forgot that we have family, that we have books, that we have a life to live.
Happy International Women's Day.
Feliz Día de la Mujer.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Do you mind
guys.
if we just